Hello everybody, this is Howard, the Teaser King, coming to you. I just wanted to talk quickly about my locks for the week. I've been running them, normally I price them at 125 because I hit about 80% on my locks. What I mean by that, if I give out 4 locks, or if I give out 10 locks, I'll hit 8 of them. Not necessarily the whole lock, team 1 and team 2, but if you looked at 10 teams, I'll hit 8 of them. Obviously they're teasers, so I pair them together, and when I call it a lock, both teams are locks. But I normally hit that, and that's why I charge about 125. Currently I'm on a 21-5 run. I did go 2-2 last week, hitting the pros Oakland and New England, and then missing the Minnesota game like everybody else. Shocking to see them play that poorly against the Bears, but that's just the way it goes. I mean, you bet the game before, and you're basing it on what they've been doing and how they've been playing. I look at the matchups. They had a good matchup against the Bears and everything. But it happens. You lose with pocket aces. It just happens. But you got to look at the whole picture. So I'm 21-5 now, and I've got 4 or 5 locks going this week. It's funny, some weeks it's like golf holes to a pro. Some holes it lines up perfectly and the guy knows he's going to hit a great drive and put it on, he's going to make a birdie. And then some holes he can't find the fairway and he makes a bogey, and it's 450 yards. Why does he birdie this hole and bogey that hole? Well, last week was a weird week. A lot of the key teams weren't playing. A lot of the matchups you couldn't really play too well, so it just was a harder week to really love the games. Where this week it's just beautiful. This week I think I can play 11 games in the pros, and at least I think I have 12 in college, and they line up really good. You start adding, like in college, they need the games for the bowls. They're trying to win a division. They play the weaker team, and so you go with that. The pros, I just see they got great matchups all over the place. So you try to, I definitely, these are birdie holes this week, where last week was a little bit tougher. And I still went 2-1 on my locks. I mean, Minnesota should have beaten the Bears 90 times out of 100. It's just one of those things. It's just pocket aces. The guy flops a set on you. There's just what happens. I mean, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Anyway, so I got, 5-6 locks going this week, mostly in the pros. I know I have 1 lock in college. I probably will have 2. A lot of very strange spreads in college. So if I don't lock them, I'll play them very high. The other point is, that's why I normally charge 125 for my locks. When you go 80% on them, you should charge 125. Is probably not that expensive. I ran the sales for a couple of weeks for 65 to help people who are losing, or to try to make them money, to get them into an affordable price. And after, I think that was very successful. I'm going to leave the price at $77. I know it's a weird number, but I like my sevens. The 125, I think, it's probably the right price for what I'm giving you, but I'd rather have more people. I'd rather help out more people and have more people be able to afford it than at the 125 level. So I'm just going to stick it at 77 for the rest of the year. If you want to buy the rest of the year out, I've had several people who, they're seeing the work and they go, okay, let me buy the rest of the year, because it's a big savings over buying it every week. And I will adjust it. I think right now it's $1,100, but just email me and I'll definitely come down on that price. I'll probably change my year prices after this week. They'll come down. But if anybody wants the whole year, instead of buying the pros every week or the whole thing every week, because you do get the locks. If you buy the whole package, the 150, you get the locks with that. So it's not like you got to pay 150 and now 77 for the locks. You can just buy the whole package and you get the locks included. So anyway, I'm going to keep it at 77 for the rest of the year. And again, if you want the rest of the year, it certainly won't be 1100. It'll be cheaper than that. Anyway, just don't worry. I mean, it's not really a system. It's more feel and trying to use proper trends and the proper games. And it's a lot of, like, I look at the game, and if the spread's right, I go, that's a lock. They're going to win. Certain spreads are like that. If you don't get the right spread, it's not. I mean, it's as simple as that. You know, for example, if Washington's playing Cal this week, if Cal is a 3-point favorite, I could get Washington at 9. That would be a lock because there's no way Washington's losing by 9 to Cal. You know, but Cal's favored by, I think, 17. It's not. I can't lock Washington minus 11 against Cal. But like I said, if Cal is favored, so what I look for is the wrong team favored, and I get the dog. I had that with Oakland last week. Tampa Bay being favored by 1.5, 2 points made Oakland be a lock because Oakland's a great road dog and Tampa's a terrible home favorite. And Oakland's the better team. So I had the better team getting points. That's what I'm looking for. When I get that, it's a lock. But that's what you're paying me for my skill set. I know how to read everything, and I know how to read the teams. And once I read them, I realize, you know, I'm looking at Tampa and looking at Oakland, I'm going, Oakland's the better team, and they're getting points. It's a lock, and that's basically what I look for. The other lock, like last week, was New England, where they're only laying 1 point. See, that's where the spread made the lock. Oakland was only 7 over Buffalo. I don't even think there were 7. I think there were 6. So it was just win, New England. You got Tom Brady, just win. It's a lock. Now, had they been laying 14 and you had to cut it to 8, probably wouldn't have been a lock. And that's what I mean by the point spread develops the lock for me. Also, these over-unders, I've been locking them, and I've been very successful with the over-unders. And especially in the pros, they're not that difficult because with the teaser, pretty much you cover most of them anyway. I mean, they never really do a 70-point over-under like they do in college. So when you got Green Bay and Atlanta last week, it probably should have been a lock because it was like 52. They only had to go to 46, and they got 43 at halftime. By half, basically the over was done. So basically, I've been working on the over-unders too, and I find them very, very not easy, but if you can spot them, you know, the good under team, the good over team, you can spot that, and then an over plays an over or an under plays an under, and that's my expertise, is figuring out the team's an over or an under, and you know what you're looking for and everything else. So basically, that's why you pay me, because I can figure that stuff out. I've been doing it for years. So anyway, just figure the locks will be 77 from here on out. If you want to buy them for the month, you know, we can say 200 or something like that. Normally, I just have them either for the week or for the year. I've sold a few year packages. Mostly, I get them weekly, and then a lot of packages I'm selling are more the weekly 150s, where you get all the college and all the pros. I mean, don't just think I'm good at locks. I was like 13-3. I think I was 13-4 in my college last week. I was outstanding, and I was 7-4 in my pros. And that was a bad week, going 7-4. I think people get a little bit too anxious on my locks and forget all my other picks. I mean, there's, like I said, the Green Bay Atlanta game. It wasn't a lock, but it was an 11-unit play. So you could have won a lot of money taking that pick also, versus just give me the locks. And you know, and keep in mind, the locks are probably about 80-85%. They're not going to be 100. I will lose a lock. I mean, I'm not perfect, and I sometimes feel bad because I lost a lot of money on, you know, Minnesota or on the Steelers, or, you know, the few that I lose, and I'm like, how about the others that I won? I mean, why aren't you winning money on Oakland and New England? So just understand that I'm going to pick 8 out of 10. I'm going to have two losers. So don't let one loser kill you. Just, okay, here's his locks, bet him accordingly. Now, again, I put New England in 2 teasers. I had Oakland in 2 teasers. I had Minnesota in 2 teasers. So you want to play them smartly, but just realize that I'm going to lose one occasionally. If I give you 10, I'm going to hit 8 and lose 2. So just understand that and bet that accordingly. Also, the 5-team teasers, many people are asking for that. I give them 5 picks or more. I've hit a 10-teamer for a customer, and very happy. And I just charge 20%. So you win $500, you give me 20% of that. What's that? $100. 10% is 50. So you give me 100, you keep 4, but I'm picking you 5 winners. And I've been doing that. I've hit 4 weeks in a row. Last week I missed because of Minnesota. So I'll start that over again. But that's been very good. I've made quite a few people some good money on it. I hit a 10-teamer for a guy. He made $1,000. So yeah, I mean, it's more than just locks with me. It's all my picks. They're very good. You can see the units. So if it's 5 versus 7 versus 9 versus 15 or 20, just keep that in mind. Anyway, so it'll be 77 for the locks, also the 5-teamers, and probably next week I'll lower the rest of the year packages down. But if you really want the rest of the year, just contact me by email, and I'll definitely work on probably 50% of the prices you see there. You know, probably what it'll be, or maybe a little bit less. All right, everybody. Well, good luck, and I look forward to helping my customers further. All right, have a great week, and good luck, and I will talk to you soon. Again, please email me. Feel free. I have many customers emailing me with other games, and who do you like in this game, and I'm very happy to give them the games. As long as you're a customer, if you're buying the locks and you say, who else do you like, you know, like the Green Bay game, I would give that, and it's not a problem. If you're not a customer, I'll give you a game or 2, but that's where I want you to purchase the advisory, and then I could advise you on the games or your picks and say, your picks aren't any good, or your picks are very good, or this pick I don't like, take this pick. Okay, everybody, www.teaserking.com. Good luck and have a great day. Thank you very much. I look forward to helping you.